My girlfriend demands I remove a family photo before she moves in, but she won't give me a good reason.
Why do we have a problem with grandma? Why can't she be in the family photo?
Maybe she just doesn't like the way they look. I don't know. Let's figure it out. Well, maybe it's just like that photo's so ugly. I will not live in the house with this ugly photo.
That is not you. That is not you. I'm not allowing that.
I, 26 male, think this is completely ridiculous, but maybe I'm actually wrong, so here it goes. I've been with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 5 years, but we've known each other since we were 15. I'm fortunate to have my own place, and we've discussed for a while her moving in with me as she's been staying in the house more often. By the way, this comes from user oddlocksmith9500 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. This wasn't a problem until she was about to move in. I have a few photos in the house of me with members of my family. The problem is with a specific photo of me with my brother and father. She told me to remove the photo before she moved in to accommodate her. I asked her why, and she answered that it's quote-unquote weird. But to me, there's nothing weird about the photo. She's the one making it weird.
Okay, I gotta see this photo.
Oh, I thought you were going to drop a conspiracy.
My conspiracy is they got a weird pose going on. And
frog pose or something?
Yeah, who knows? Because like some photos can be like a little like something's off. But it's just a picture of him and his dad and his brother.
When they were young.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she could have had past entanglements with either one of those people in those photos. So that might be a possibility as well.
Or as it's Brittany Beach just said, she did the dad or brother.
Exactly. That's my conspiracy theory. Put yours in the chat right now.
I don't know. The only thing weird about the photos, maybe, is that all of them are when I was a child, but none of them are inappropriate or have something you could take the wrong way. She had no other argument than that, and in the end, I refused. And she said she wouldn't move in, and I was okay with that.
Great.
Are you, though? Dude,
Great.
I think you guys are both having weird priorities right now over this picture.
Great. I don't want you to move in anyways.
This has been a topic of discussion for the past few days. Some of our friends and even my father said that I should remove the photo to make her feel welcome, but I just find that, again, ridiculous. Edit, I won't post the photo because I don't feel comfortable, but I will describe it as much as possible. Okay, so here's the...
Oh my gosh, just post the photo and blink out the eyes.
Nah, it's a family photo. He's keeping it close to the vest.
If you feel so uncomfortable posting it, then maybe it is a weird photo.
We're about to find out.
Well, if they find my Facebook or whatever, my Instagram, my family is there, so...
Here's a description of the photo.
All right.
The photo was taken when my brother was 6 and I was 7. In the middle is my father with a grin from ear to ear, his eyes closed, and his arms extended to the side. To the left is my brother, buzz cut, standing straight, with his arms at the side like a soldier and a serious face. To my father's right is me, long hair, standing like a boxer from 1910, with my chin up in a mean mug. All wearing a suit because it was taken at my uncle's wedding. The photo was taken outside the place where the event took place. There's nothing exceptional related to the place. The only thing aside from us is the sun, the blue sky, and a bunch of trees. I have no idea why she has a problem with this, and also why you can't just be like, all right, I'll put the picture somewhere else, I guess, if you don't like this picture.
I feel like there's a picture of that hanging in my house somewhere.
She has met my family.
Okay.
She has always been respectful and friendly with them, and vice versa. There hasn't been any incidents or problems with any of them, and I've asked her, and she's denied it. Her problem is with the photo I described above. I have other photos with my father and brother individually. I do the same pose in various photos. I have one doing the same pose with my paternal grandfather where we were both wearing boxing gloves. He's the one who taught me the pose. She has stayed in the house multiple days, even weeks. She has things here. She never brought up the issue. I'm all for compromising, but I need a proper explanation other than it's weird. She is very fond of it, and that's not a problem. She's like, I can't see a photo of you when you were 7 years old with long hair. That's weird. But that's apparently not the case.
Well, we don't
know.
We don't have a reason yet.
It's just weird. I want the reason. None of the photos stand out. They're put on a small part of the wall in the living room with the others, including the ones that I'm with her. They're not big, or I'd basically be upholstering the entire wall. She had issues with her family, but they solved it. But I don't rule out that something happened and she hasn't told me. I'm reading your replies, but my apologies for not answering every comment. There's just too many. We've talked this morning, and this has nothing to do with me or my family, but hers. Okay. The photos brought some feelings, and she was feeling bad for someone else and not for herself. It has to do with one of her nephews. He is going through the same situation as her when she was 15. No abuse for those concerned. And she has been blocked about what to do. You know what? I can really respect, too, like, clearly OP is keeping this stuff close to this. Like, he's not really saying what the actual problems are. He's trying to maintain as much privacy here as possible, which I respect that. She apologized for her behavior in the past days and for taking it out on me instead of coming for help. I'm going to see her once I get out of work so she can tell me about it, and we can find a way to stop her from going nuclear on her family, and we can help her nephew.
So the photo reminded of something that the nephew is going through that she also went through?
I think the photo was like triggering some kind of like trauma memory, or potentially like it was bringing up bad feelings because it made her, I guess, for some reason, remember something that also the nephew's going through. I don't know. It's very mysterious. Before the update, I will clarify some points, and also please excuse my English. It's my third language.
I haven't heard that one yet.
I looked at the photo for a solid 30 minutes, and again, there's nothing remotely wrong. It wasn't taken at the wedding, but at the reception. And still, it wasn't a religious wedding, and you can't tell there's a party going on. Also, I said the size of the photo, but I was just spitting nonsense. It's even smaller. Religion was noted. We are not religious, and we have no incidents related to it. My father's pose was also pointed out. I know it's hard to imagine it. His arms are not extended like a T. They are extended in an angle with his palms open, pointing at us. Like, look at them. I used grin, but smile is better. Synonyms in the end, but whatever. He says that in previous photos with him, we just stand there and smile, and he expected the same, but we just came up with that. I was the first to pose, and when my brother saw me, he didn't know what to do and ended up standing still and serious. He also says that our poses described perfectly how we were in our childhood. My brother, the goody two-shoes, and me, the troublemaker. He was trying not to laugh his butt off, and that's why he had closed his eyes and a smile from ear to ear.
This is just a silly photo. It's just a silly photo at, what was it, like their uncle's?
I want to know the girlfriend's point of view. I want to know where she's coming from.
Yeah, I think that's the valuable one here. I think that's what we need.
I think what OP's trying to do is just like make it more clear, like,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with this photo.
Wrong with the photo.
And that's what I'm scratching my head here. I'm like, why is she so...
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you can like see something and it's like, it'll make you think of something that like sucks to think about. And you'll be like, I just don't want to have to look at that.
I think
it's weird of her being so secretive about it.
Yeah, so
here it
is.
is.
Give me a valid reason, then yes.
Because it's not about her. It's about the nephew. So maybe she's being respectful
Here it
of
is.
the privacy.
The nephew, my conspiracy theory is that the nephew lost his own brother.
Do you think she's trying to use the nephew as like a scape?
You also said that a member of my family could have slept with my girlfriend. We might be a little wild, but we're not complete animals. Everyone in my family is friendly and, most importantly, very respectful to my girlfriend, the same way we are with my brother's wife, father's wife, and uncle's wife, women who joined our family and who also treat us the same way. Besides, Grandma would cut our nuts off if we act inappropriately with any of them or other women. We, in any sense, would break someone's trust or would go lengths to split our already small family. We would rather lose an arm. And there are not incidents of this of any kind in my girlfriend's family either. Many of you jumped to extremes. I can't fault you, given the amount of information I provided, but I hope this update can clear things down.
It's their third language. It's their third language. It's their third language.
Oh, wait, okay, yes, it's their third language. Okay,
come on,
yes, third
come
language.
on.
Okay, sorry. My girlfriend had problems with her family when she was 15. All of them, including all of her extended family, are involved in the medical field, and they expect everyone to do the same. They were very supportive of her until she decided to follow a different path. They let her study what she wanted, but there was friction. They spent her high school years in therapy fixing their relationship, and they did, according to her. Now, her nephew, her brother's son, also wants to pursue a different career. He has been facing the same problems my girlfriend faced. He called her because he knows that she does something completely different, and because the relationship with his father and even with my girlfriend's parents change drastically. The call happened days before she was about to move in with me and what caused her behavior. My girlfriend wanted to deal with the situation before she moved in with me, and by herself, unfortunately. She did it horribly. On the day of our fight, She hasn't thought in anything other than going ballistic. She was going to tell me about it and ask for help, but she decided to pick a stupid fight to buy time and deal with the situation. Oh, wait. I don't like how the tone of this just took a hard shift from supportive to kind of bitter. Not only the mentioned photo, but all of them brought bad feelings. Oh, she just selected the goofiest one. Ooh. She not only felt bad for herself, but especially for her nephew. She doesn't have a problem with the photos. She likes them. Or with my family. It's the contrast. I hope this makes sense. I think
it doesn't.
It's not
It
that
does.
She doesn't have a problem with the family. She doesn't have a problem with the photos. It's just when she sees photos of a happy family, it makes her feel sad.
It makes her feel sad. And I also think that's the reason why she didn't move in. It's because she feels sad when she sees those family pictures, and she's going to be moving in with the family, thus making another family. And she probably has like rejection from that and doesn't feel like she deserves to be loved.
My family has always supported us no matter what, and the photos show that. While with her family, it seems their support is still conditional. She thought her family knew better at this point after what happened with her. In our first chat after I made the post, she apologized for her behavior and told me what I wrote above. She explained that she felt overwhelmed, and she broke down when the thought that I might be breaking up with her popped in her head, which was never implied by me, which prompted her to book an emergency session with her therapist.
Nice.
She had the session before our talk. She accepts and knows that everything could have been avoided if she had told me what was happening. That's just really quick pause. That is some of the best advice for any relationship, whether it's a romantic one or one with your parents or siblings or friends. If you just talk openly about what's going on, you can save yourself so many problems.
So many problems. And it's so funny that she mentions this because I was reading a book on how to like fix or like inner relationships and how to like work with them. And the first one I read was like rejection, and I'm kind of reading through it. And this is like, if you feel rejected, like if you were rejected by your family, you're going to reject others.
Despite what this situation implies, she has never made these types of demands and knows that I don't tolerate them, and she completely regrets it. Our communication has always been good. We have always been open with our needs, our problems, and what we want in the future. Not for nothing, we are moving together. We already had a long trial thanks to the quarantine. And I understand her a little because things have been going really well between us and with her family. The situation with her nephew came out of nowhere and shook her up a lot. She knows that I'm still a bit upset that it took her this long to come to her senses, and she keeps apologizing, but she's taking the right steps to move forward, so we're cool. We also talked, still do, more in depth about us, and we're in the same page. I'm not going anywhere, and she's been more than explicit that she isn't either. She suggested couples therapy, and although I'm not against it, if we communicate like before and now, I think we'll be fine, but I don't rule it out. And by the way, I hope you never rule out hearing stories just like this one on any of your favorite podcast platforms, because they are out there on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you can listen or watch. Yeah, not Google Podcasts because they don't exist anymore. You can watch stories just like this one. All you got to do is search OK Storytime on any of your favorite platforms.
Ooh, Ashley made a good point. She said she was in therapy already with her family. It's them mishandling her nephew that stirred it up again.
Right, yeah. The nephew reached out to her and was like, hey, I know that you aren't a doctor or you're not in the medical field. What do I do? Because this is happening to me.
Yeah.
So it like reawoke all of the stuff, I guess, that she'd gone through, which, you know, it can happen. And it's good. She's already in therapy.
Yeah. She's working through it.
I
Good
like
work.
also being like, I mean, we might even be good without couples therapy. It's like if we can just talk openly like we've been, we might not even need to go.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. I like if you can continue to talk it out the way that you just did. For now, we are going to keep things as they are until the situation with her family is resolved, whatever the outcome, which made her rush to message her parents to set a meeting with them next week, LOL. We are taking it easy and dealing with one problem at a time. The photos are staying, and she will bring hers once she moves in to put them with them like we agreed before. Oh, so it's going to be like a little picture party.
Okay.
And that's the end of that story.
That is
So
great.
that's good. Chat, y'all, we're right. 78% of you were correct. Wait for a week, apparently, because
Yes.
she
She moves
that
fast.
conversation quick.
Hey,
Hey,
that's still waiting. Waiting is that's still
I'm still waiting.